So if you're anything like me, you have found social dynamics to be challenging. And I can't tell you how many times I've found myself feeling like maybe a wallflower or a third wheel or someone just sitting on the sidelines watching other people interact and have a good time, maybe even excluding me, maybe directly or without even realizing it. And I'm gonna tell you this right here, as always with everything outside of you is a reflection of your belief systems and the energy that you are putting out. End of story. Not everything is a one-to-one reflection, but what you put out is what you get back. So there's a lot to be said when it comes to social dynamics and this kind of a thing, honestly. There's lots of different types of people, and ultimately, every person you experience is your created version of them, a reflection that's there to serve you in whatever lessons you came here to live in life. So if you're really finding yourself in situations where you're feeling like left out or you're feeling like you're not fitting in, this is an illusion, and it's something that you are creating within yourself, because ultimately you are worthy completely and fully. Otherwise you wouldn't exist. You just simply wouldn't. The fact that you exist means you are good enough, you are worthy, you are loved, and there's definitely people out there that would love the fuck out of you. That's just like how it is. So a big part of why maybe you're finding a lot of reflections of people who aren't really seeing you for who you are is probably because you're putting out that kind of energy. Not just an energy of I need to be accepted by others, which is a needy energy. It's not an energy of confidence, but also an energy of, oh no, they're not paying attention to me and no one likes me and look at how they're getting along so well and I'm not. And so it's just this recycled nonsense. And so that's the energy you put out, and so therefore that's what you get back. Everything is a reflection, and you are creating all of this. Space and time are complete illusions of the mind. It's not real. None of this is real. So if you're getting a reflection back that you don't want, that's great, actually, because now you can use that to your advantage and to get to a place where you want to go. Because I mean, firstly, you came here to face challenges and to, learn more about yourself. So it's, you stepped out of this, quote unquote perfectness of the spirit realm to come into this extremely challenging reality, to face challenge, to face limitation, to learn more about yourself, because you are strong enough. You have the ability, the volition, the wherewithal to deal with this stuff. So don't think that you can't. And the fact is that you're so worthy, you are so loved, that you have the freedom and the free of will and the ability to create an illusion of unworthiness, an illusion of not being accepted. It's an illusion, but you're so, capable of doing whatever you want to do with your reality that you have the ability to create an illusion where you're not good enough and people don't like you. But that's the thing, is what you say goes. So if you're like, oh, this is how it is for me, well, then that's how it's going to be for you, because you're the one creating your reality. You're the only one here. And not to say that other people don't exist, they're just in their own reality and they're interacting with their version of you. It's all this kind of complex thing, but ultimately we're all here to reflect back to each other and learn more about ourselves and learn more about how to, be our fullest self. The thing is suffering only comes from resistance to your natural self. So when you're finding yourself in situations of social unacceptance, you feel pain because you decide on buying into the lie and illusion that you're not good enough. So the pain comes from the lie that you're buying into, because it's not true. That's where the pain comes from. It's like, oh, I'm not good enough. And then you feel like crap. Well, that's because it's not true. You are good enough. That's just how it is. So when you create this lie that you're not, you're going against the grain of the universe. You're trying to argue with the universe, saying, I'm not good enough, it won't happen for me. And then you feel terrible. And that is why, because you are good enough. So the moment you stop creating this story of how people don't like you and also requiring them to, needing it, because it's like this duality of nonsense, the neediness and the unworthiness. The more you just let go and don't care about anything, is the more that it actually reflects back to you what you want. Because the neediness of requiring things to be how you want actually restricts your ability to have what you want. And it restricts your life from happening because you're so insistent and expectant on things happening a certain way when they could actually be so much better than this insistence you're having. But insistence equals resistance. And so the more you insist on it going a certain way is the more you slow it down. The illusion of reality and manifestation is you have to be good with where you're at now. And the more you're good with where you're at now is the more it will reflect how you feel. There's nowhere to go. Everything is an illusion. Everything outside of you is fake. It's not real. Only the experience is real. So there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. You can't actually go anywhere. So the more you're okay with where you're at right now is the more it will continue to reflect this energy of you being good. So if you're seeing a lot of what you don't like, this is probably because you've been stating, declaring, thinking, and putting out this energy of, I don't like where I'm at, I don't like the people in my life, blah, 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 blah. But what you put out is what you get back. So what else do you expect? And it's like, sure, there's a lot of traits in people to, not like. And so whatever, just let go of that. But sometimes maybe the traits that you don't like is just a reflection of you judging yourself for those very traits. Because way more often than not, people, when they judge, they're projecting. And that goes for you too. It goes for me. I absolutely have done that many times before. So it's just about, acceptance and love. If someone's doing something you don't like, so what? You don't need to judge. You don't need to condemn. You don't need to label them as, I don't like that. It doesn't matter. The more you speak into existence and complain is the more you not only rewire your physical brain to be in this negative state, but you manifest physical reality to give you more excuses to complain and have disdain. So it's just about opening up and letting in and allowing, because it's not about going out and getting, it's not about creating, it's not about achieving or accomplishing. Those are old modalities of this matrix system, achievement and accomplishment. It's about allowing, like, a magnet, like energy flowing like a river, allowing what is right for you to come into your life by relaxing, letting go, and being your fullest self. And that's where, of course, the formula comes into play, because you just take action on your passion and you be your truest self. And when those triggers come up, you're like, yes, now I get to let go of whatever belief system is generating this emotion, this trigger, and I can be more of myself. And then the more I be myself, the more I let in what's true for me. And it's this snowball effect of opening up your energy and being more yourself and allowing it in. But remember, it's part of your excitement to be triggered, because you're gonna expect to be triggered. You're gonna expect to feel negative emotions. Being part of this physical reality in this current stage of human evolution, being your fullest self entails the negative and the positive, the bad and the good, and all of it in between. It's all an experience. So you're not the problem if you feel like, you're being rejected. Sure, you could definitely be more proactive about putting yourself out there and being sociable and talking to people and opening up and being interested in them and all that jazz. But if you're working on that and you're doing that and you're a genuine sociable person and they're still kind of rejecting you, so what? What does it matter? Who cares? Why focus on that? Why use that as a focal point to continue to manifest from? Even like a few days ago, I found this in my own right. I'm sitting here, with some people that I'm working with, and they're just having a conversation on their own, literally backs turned to me, right next to me, and I'm just sitting there like, and for a little bit there, I'm sitting there feeling sorry for myself, and I'm like, damn, what's wrong with me? Why don't they like me? And it's just, that's such a lie. It's such nonsense. It's so meaningless and bullshit. First of all, maybe they don't even realize what they're doing, and that's on them, in all honesty. That's just social ineptness, which is not an excuse to judge, by the way, or condemn, but it's just simple, they're just not experts at, social dynamics if they're not realizing that they're not including you. And if not that, then they're genuinely disincluding you, and therefore not worth your time. So just move on. Don't judge. Don't have disdain or condemnation. Just let it go and move on. Find the people that are there for you, because they are out there. It's not some difficult thing to find it. If you think that you are unable to, or that it's somehow difficult to find the right people for you, or whatever type of relationship you're looking for, that is a lie, and it's coming from a belief system that's lying to you. Because belief systems, what are they here for? Their only job they have is to perpetuate themselves, to reinsert themselves into your reality. So if you have a belief system that says, I'm not good enough, people don't like me, you're going to find more evidence of that in your head and in physical reality. But it's not true. Because it's not. It just isn't. Because it feels painful. That's why it's not true. If you're feeling a negative emotion that's telling you you're buying into a belief system that's not true, it's not in congruency with who you really are. So the thing is, you are worthy. Like I said, you wouldn't exist otherwise. And if you're worthy, you are loved. And if you're worthy and loved, there's plenty of people out there that would love to have you in their life. That's just how it is. There's well over 7 billion people on this planet, let alone the infinite amount of souls in the cosmos of existence. So to sit there and say that, oh, people don't like me and I'm not good at making friends, and it's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. It's like you're taking such a small sample size, and then you're like, oh, it's not working out. And then you continue to manifest and create that as your reality, because that's what you're putting out, and then that's what you get back. So you don't need to do that. You don't have to. You absolutely have the capability of creating the life of your dreams and having the people in your life that love and appreciate you fully and reciprocate that energy. But that's the thing is, where is your focus? Where is your stories that you're telling? What stories are you telling? What are you speaking in your mind? What are you speaking out loud? What are you telling others? Is it, woe is me, it's not working out for me, people don't like me? Well, then you're gonna get that back. So just let it go, and don't beat up on yourself if you keep doing something that you don't like. It's a game of patience with yourself. Love with yourself, so that you can let it go. Because, this reality is a mirror, so it's going to reflect to you. Not only that, but as you let go of a belief system, not only is it going to be doing everything in its power to, try to continue to get you to buy into it, but there will be echoes in your reality of this belief system. When you start to truly let it go and truly be this different thing, there will be echoes of that belief. So, the circumstances will reappear. And it's almost like a test. I don't like to use that word personally, but for lack of a better word, it's kind of like a test to see, are you truly buying into this new belief of your worthiness? Are you truly ready? Because, if you go out and you're like, yes, I'm reinvigorated and I'm going to buy into my worthiness. And then you have a circumstance that shows to you that makes you think that you're unworthy, and then you buy back into the unworthiness, well, you're not really there yet. Or not even that you're not there yet, you're just buying into the old stuff again. So it's not going to change. It's a mirror, literally a mirror. So if you go up to a mirror and you frown, what's it gonna do? It's gonna frown. So stop connecting to what was and pay attention to what is now. Use these ideas to open up and attract what you need. It does not matter what went before. You can change. So just because you came into this life with the challenge set of this and that, you know, because what you're exploring right now is the theme you chose to explore. So what you're going through is the challenges you chose to go through. So just because that's the challenge does not mean that that's how it will continue to be. When the reason you had the challenge is so you could become better for it. So it's not that, oh, this is just how it is for me. No. How it is for you is how you say it to be. That's just it. And if you think you're unable to do so, then that is your choice. So if you saying that, I can't and I'm unable, then you think that you're getting something out of this. You believe it serves you to stay here. So look for that reason. Why do you think that it serves you to crap on yourself, to think that you're not good enough, to buy into this illusion that no one's gonna ever like you and you're never gonna make friends or whatever the hell? Why does it serve you to do that? Maybe it feels safe. Maybe it feels comfortable. Maybe you buy into the lie that this unknown of stepping into your actual worthiness is somehow potentially scarier than staying where you're at because you're used to where you're at. Well, I can tell you that no, that's not how it is. The only thing you can find in the unknown is more of yourself because you're the only thing here. This is all you. It's a projection of consciousness. And that's pretty much all I got for you again, so thank you so much for watching.